Alright, welcome back. Got a few days off work, so I'm going to do a little bit more to the Lancia. Last time I you saw I got it all emptied out of all the crap that was in there, and got it cleaned out as much as I could, and had a general assessment of what we got, and it was pretty good. And so today I've got a few days off work, so I'm going to spend a little bit of time and dig into it and see how good it is as well. I'll give you a quick show around. So I may have showed this last time. There is a little bit in the boot here that needs sorting out, down in the corner here, and then this seam here, and potentially that panel there. Certainly a little hole there, but everything else looks to be pretty good. Might have some issue down in that corner where it needs a little bit of a plate there, but generally the back panel looks pretty good. I've just got the old wire wheel out on the grinder there just to start having a look at some of these corrosion bits. There's a tiny little pinhole there. I might just try and pad weld that. But yeah, I don't think it's too bad at all. Like I say, all the strut tops, I mean, that's just a bit of surface on there, and the same that side, that one's pretty good. Yeah, just go around it. We've got a little hole there which is quite an easy repair. I've had a little dig here, there's a little one there, so the back window's got to come out anyway, and sort that out. I think this is just surface here, so I'm going to hit that and have a look. But if I need to make a little bit for there, obviously I'm going to make a little panel for here that fits into there, because there is actually a seam there, so we'll see how good that metal that side of the seam is. But certainly I'm going to join it there and potentially there and try and make that shape up there. And yeah, it's not too bad. So just looking inside here, the back floor is really good, just a bit of surface rust on it, so we're going to wire wheel it and coat it. Not really sure what with yet. I'm going to water some epoxy primer, and certainly get it painted in here. I don't want to black it all or underseal it all or anything like that. So we would like it to keep it looking nice like this, but you can see just over there there is a patch there, and potentially the floor there looks gone, so we might have to make a bit of floor up there. But other than that, it's not bad at all. This side is definitely a lot better. There is nothing needed this side. I've put the old seat back in that came with it, but it's not out of this car. I think it's out of a HPE. But this side's pretty good. I think most of the rot is on the passenger side there. I think it was parked in a garage up against the wall that potentially the roof leaked down that side, so there was more moisture on that side. So I think that side's got it worse, because this side's certainly not bad at all. I have had a look at the engine, and I think the engine's toast. It's seized up solid, and got to decide what to do with that yet. Whether I'll certainly pull it out and obviously strip it down and have a look, and if it can be rebored, we'll rebore it and rebuild it. If not, I'll be looking for another engine for it. And yeah, so I have popped the screen back in because, well, I figured that was the safest place to keep it at the minute. And it's just resting in there. But yes, as you can see, this side is obviously the worse side, so this is going to be an interesting panel to try and make. I'll try and replicate. And yeah, so yeah, we'll have a dig into it and see what we can get done today. Okay, doing some cleaning up here now. Not looking too bad. I'm quite pleased that this section here isn't rotten. It's just a little bit pitted, but I think with a bit of rust treatment on there and some epoxy primer on there and paint, and that'll all be good. couple of patches needed here, so it's gone there, there and there, so I probably will do a patch in there, which will bring this seam back as well. Nice. And I've got this little bit here to do, which will cover this side. There's a tiny little patch needed there, so I'll just put a bit in there, but everything else there seems pretty good, which I'm pleased about. And then it's just that corner down there. But the bit I'm going to work on now is this section here. So this is completely gone here, so what I'm going to do is join it here, because there is a factory seam there, and I might have to put a piece this side as well to make that good. So what I'm thinking to do is cut a slit in there and then make a profile of that shape, because it's flat there. Obviously we've got that impression there, and then there's like a couple of folds there. There's one that's just probably over 90, and then there's a shallow one there, and then 90 up. So pretty straightforward. I'm going to have to come around this corner a little bit, I think, to sort that out. But and potentially on the inside as well. There is a panel on the inside which looks a bit grotty, so that might need cutting out, but that's just a little 45. You know, a piece along there that's bent to, sorry, not 45, 90. And yeah, we'll have a go at that. Right, got that quite nice in there now. I think once we start getting some tacks into that, there, we can get that line perfect there, and bring this in. Cool. Right, let's just work on this end now, I think. Right, so that's that top shape all cut in. Got this, the line there pretty good, Let's do some dressing along this edge a little bit, but I'm going to make the little piece to go back into there to give that seam, or sort of make the seam, I should say. And it was rotten, so the hard bit now, I think, is trying to get this shape back in for the headlight reveal. So let's figure that out. Right, so this is where I'm at with this now. I've managed to hammer form that shape into there, and then it seems to line up pretty good around there. Got a little gap there to fill with weld, and then get that shape in there. I just need pushing in just a touch there, but yeah, it's coming together. So I'm going to make that little piece for there now, and then a backing piece for here because that's corroded, and I'll get it welded in. But that's looking pretty good, I think. Right, I'm just going to cut this piece out here because it's a bit grotty. That'll give me something to put my other panel on. So I've just made that up there, a couple of basic bends. So I'll cut that out, weld that in, I'll give that support. I've got to add a little piece onto here and a little piece there, and then we can start welding. Right, that's the first bit in. All solid now. There's a little bit of skimmer filler over that, we'll see that right. But I've got the shape back, got the strength back in it. I don't know how much of that I caught when I did it, but I've obviously let a new piece in the back there as well. And yeah, it's all good and solid.